Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Alleged Parliament arsonist Zandile Mafe has once again refused to appear in court. In August, the matter was postponed as Mafe was on a hunger strike and also refused on that particular day. That matter has now been postponed to the 4th of November. eNCA's Ayesha Ismail is following developments and joins us live. Good morning, Ayesha. Another postponement yet again. Can you just take us through today's proceedings? What took place?
Well, you will recall that on the 12th of August, Zandile Mafe was meant to appear in the Western Cape High Court for his pre-trial conference hearing. Now, it is very important for a pre-trial conference to take place, and that is often taking place in the High Court so that the state and the defence can iron out any differences and to make sure that all documents are in place. So when the case eventually starts for trial, there are no delays in that trial. So what happened on the 12th of August, Zandile Mafe was meant to appear. We then heard from the court orderly on that day that he is downstairs in the holding cells, but that he was refusing to come up to the dock. The matter was then postponed until today, and we also heard today in court that Mr. Mafe this time did not want to leave his cell in Paulsmoor prison. But I'm now joined by Zandile Mafe's legal representative, Lovuyo Godla. Mr. Godla, were you expecting this to happen again today, that your client was not going to come to court?
No, obviously I did not expect it to happen. Yeah, but one will simply assume that maybe upon dissatisfaction about refusing him what he wanted inside the cells, that's the reason why now he is not before court. I will assume until I consult with him.
What were the reasons for him not wanting to come to court? You offered some reasons in court earlier today.
I still say I cannot confirm with great certainty the reasons, but I will only assume because he wanted television, he wanted radio, he wanted a kettle to warm water, which Paulsmoor authority said no to the kettle because they injure and they burn each other. I will then assume that upon being advised of such a decision, this could be the reason why he is not before court. And another reason which he was not satisfied about, it relates to myself, which is inability to get a quicker date from Supreme Court of Appeal. His matter is before Supreme Court of Appeal already, but is an administrative issue now to get a date. It's not something which I can change it.
Mr. Godla, sorry, just on a point of clarity, the matter before the Supreme Court of Appeal, that relates to his bail?
It relates to his bail appeal, which was refused by full bench of Western Cape High Court. So we must get now a date for the matter to be heard. And because Mr. Mafe, as an ordinary person, he does not understand that there are procedures and due processes which should be followed. To him, he assumes that on a snap of a finger, he must get a date, which is not the case. So he is not satisfied with this, and we have been discussing this. However, we are going to consult with Mr. Mafe and verify the exact reason why he did not come today to court, and we will advise him about the consequences of that. I know, as a matter of fact, ordinary people would not have the very same understanding as officers of the court would have. Surely Mr. Mafe is showing his dissatisfaction, but he does not know the repercussions, more in particular to his bail appeal, because one would simply ask a question of, if he does not want to come to court when he is still in custody, How many chances that he will come to court when he is out on bail? Obviously, these are not the issues that Mr. Mafe might have thought about. So I will consult with him and draw his attention to that. And I trust that he will definitely come to his senses and he will definitely appear on the 4th of November. That I'm quite sure.
Now, you did allude to certain admissions being made.
Okay, when I talked about admissions, when you are to run a trial, it's so unfair to courts, more especially to judges, to simply expect that all witnesses should be called. Admissions, it's a matter of fact, we will admit that the parliament is not there anymore. We will obviously admit that he was arrested within a certain proximity of parliament. We will still admit that he is Mr. Mafe coming from Mahikeng. All those things, we don't necessarily need experts to be called. And the extent of and the gravity of the damage, these are the issues of common cause we need as well to confirm. We don't need witnesses, expert witnesses, to come and lead evidence on the extent of the damage in Parliament. When I talked about those admissions and the purpose of pre-trial is to try and eliminate issues so that you deal with contentious issues only. So this is what I meant. We will have a round table meeting with the state and see those issues we agree on so that before court we submit a joint document that these are the matters of common cause and we admit all these ones so that we zoom in to what we really need to talk about.
And you still maintain that your client is innocent?
Yes, I still maintain that my client is innocent. Remember what I said, Ma'am Ayesha, and I still confirm that. Even if we can say his hands were used, obvious we say no. But still, he does not have interest of burning documents to which he did not even have insight. There is somebody else, which the state told us long time ago. They have been reiterating this, that they will arrest other people in connection with that. We are still waiting. No more arrests subsequent to that. And we say it's deeper than what meets the eye. We need to look beyond what we see.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. And that was Luvuyo Godla, and he's the legal representative for Zandile Mafe.
Ayesha Ismail to this story.